Hi everyone, in this video we are going to apply, review, and do an all-day test of Maybelline's newest mascara. This is the Firework Mascara from the Lash Sensational line. So if you're interested and curious about how this wears and whether it's good enough to pick up, then keep watching. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. If you aren't already, please hit that subscribe button. And you can also go on Instagram and follow over there. Always check the description box below. It's also in the tagged products in this video. I tried to choose the place where it is most affordable to buy. I purchased mine through Target, and it's retailing at places like Target, Walmart, Ulta for around $11. Let's go ahead and look at what the claims are so we can make sure we keep an eye on those and test them out. 360-degree extraordinary lash impact for a sensational firework of lashes. They call it a super spark brush that shoots lashes up and out. Conditioning flaring formula is infused with pro vitamin B5. Clump and smudge resistant, get fully flared lashes with a bold impact. It says it's easy to remove the mascara with things like micellar cleansing water. It is available in 3 shades from what I see: brownish black, blackest black, and very black. Here is a look at the ingredients. There is denatured alcohol, which I typically do see in mascara formulations. Fortunately, there is no fragrance that I see that has been added. All right, let's go ahead. I will talk about some of the new skincare and makeup that I have been testing out and is on my face for the video. And of course, we will apply this and see how it goes. First is The Ordinary's new Milky Toner, a gentle exfoliating toner with yeast ferment technology. It has a super milky color to it. It is a liquid toner with almost like a powdery yet somehow hydrating feel. It's hard to explain. It does have that slightly fermented smell to it. I do not notice it once I apply. It doesn't bother me, but I do want to give you a heads up on that. The only gripe, I would say, it comes in a glass bottle. I am not the biggest fan of this dispenser. I get why they did it this way. It's to make it so it doesn't just spill out of the bottle. I don't know. I don't even know if I have a suggestion for that, but in terms of the formula itself, it's nice and hydrating. It really gives you that plump, hydrated look on the skin. All right, a Korean skincare brand that reached out to me that I'm very excited about, and they gave me 4 products to try out. It's Vanhala. I think that's how you pronounce this brand name. So there's 2 different lines that I tried out. One is the Cica Calm line, and then one is the Ceramide line in the yellow packaging. So starting with this toner, another fantastic toner. They call it a ceramide moisturizing essence in toner, so it is very plumping and hydrating. Key ingredients are hyaluronic acid, ceramides, niacinamide. A huge bottle. I really like this packaging because it's a pump dispenser, which makes it very easy to control. No fragrance or anything like that. Same with The Ordinary, no fragrance. And they have a ceramide moisturizing serum in cream to go along with it as the next step. Similar key ingredients as to the toner. And same thing with the Cica Calm line. They have a Cica Calm mist toner. Same kind or similar kind of dispenser, but this is a spray dispenser. So I guess theoretically you could use this as a toner after washing and then also apply throughout the day to help with hydration. And the Cica Calm serum in cream, this is what I applied for the next step in this video. And really I like to combine the toner from the other line with this because the combination of the niacinamide and the Centella asiatica is beautiful. It really helps to calm down redness, any inflammation that you have, post-acne, flare-ups, things like that. Nice and hydrating without being heavy. And very reasonably priced, especially for the huge amount that you get. Usually standard in US is 1 fluid ounce. This is 2.7 fluid ounces, and the toner is 8.45 fluid ounces. And then these products retail between $26 and $28. So very well priced for what you're getting. I'll, in the description box, of course, like with everything else in this video, I'll link to where you can find the shop where you can purchase these. Clinique sent along one of their Chubby Stick Sculpting Contour Sticks. I don't think I've ever tried anything in stick form from Clinique before. This is the shade 01 Curvy Contour. So I think this is the lightest shade, which is actually pretty dark, but very easy to use, so convenient. This is a great thing to have in your gym bag or for travel. Very creamy, blends in nicely. I was a little worried at first about the blending, but works just fine. Nice and smooth on the skin, gives you that boost of bronzing. I wouldn't say this color is particularly the best for contouring, which obviously I used it for both for contouring and bronzing because it's a little too, it's not cool toned enough. I would prefer something more gray toned, although in the summer, you know, you're much more tan, so it does the job, but I probably, if I chose a different color next time, it would be something a little more gray toned in the line. Smashbox, a company I used to use a ton of things from that kind of fell off the map for me, but recently sent me some things to try in their line. This is something that's standard. I mean, this is like one of the cult classic products in Smashbox's line. Fantastic primer. I've used bottles of this before, but the new thing to me was from the Halo line, the Sheer to Stay Color Tint Lip and Cheek. This is the shade Wisteria. So when I first used this or dispensed this, it had a lot of that oil and it felt very like slick, and the oiliness made me not really like it on first application, but then I realized that it kind of had separated in the tube. So once I got past that oil layer and it was more mixed in and more of, I think, what the formula is supposed to be, I did really like the way that this applied and the finish. It is very true to the name in terms of the sheer color tint, because it, although it gives you that nice color, it has this soft quality that is just very pretty. And actually, I really liked the way that it looked on the lips too. Once it dies down, it kind of turns into more of a powder, so it's not super hydrating on the lips. I didn't really have to apply any sort of balm on top, but contrary to what you might think with the initial oily layer, it wasn't as oily on the lips as I thought it might be. And speaking of blushes, make sure if you haven't checked out my application, wear, test, and review for Maybelline's new Sun-Kissed line of liquid blushes. I will link that in the upper right-hand corner for you to go check out. And then if you want to compare and contrast, I also reviewed Lumi's new Lay Liquid blush line, which I feel like hasn't been as widely noticed or advertised as the Maybelline ones, but you can see for yourself if you prefer this formula or the Maybelline formula. Let's go ahead and start applying the mascara in this bright pink tube. The shade that I chose was brownish black. I really like brown toned mascaras because I can wear them every day without feeling like I'm trying to go to the club. So that's what this looks like. It has ridges on the outside. Very cool packaging. There's what the bristles look like. So we're gonna apply to one side and then compare. Immediately what I notice is how flimsy the wand feels. If you actually use this, you'll see what I mean. So immediately I feel like there's a pretty dramatic difference between the applied side and the not. And at first I didn't like the way this feels, but man, this thing applies mascara like crazy well. Okay, so there's 2 coats versus nothing. I would personally stop here. I mean, the dramatic nature of the lashes with just 2 coats is more than I even need. But if you really wanted to add the drama, there's 3 coats versus nothing applied. You can see the uplift and curl you get there. Gonna go in and match this side. So we've got 3 versus 1. And now I do not let the coats fully dry before applying the next one. I feel like letting it fully dry really makes them crunchy and spidery and clumped up, and I do not like that. 3 versus 2. So overall, great length, tiny bit of, just a slight bit of clumping, but not in the sense that it looks bad. And personally, I would have stopped at 2 coats, which would be less clumping than what you get with 3 coats. It's really hot, so I'm starting to sweat a little bit, but I think that this is a fantastic mascara. Maybelline is the best at creating mascaras. They have so many good ones, and this is a great addition. Okay, I'm gonna wear it throughout the day because we wanna see how it holds up under realistic conditions, so I will check back in with you after a full day's wear. Okay, so I actually tested this out on a full day wear test on a different day. So at this point, I've now worn this mascara multiple days. But this mascara has been on for almost 12 hours at this point, and it has held remarkably well. It looks almost the same as when I applied it. It has the same, I guess, level of emphasizing my lashes. That curl is still there. I've had no perceptible issues with flaking, smudging. Here it is up close. I fell asleep on the couch for about 20 minutes. It is incredibly hot today, like triple digits hot. So it's kind of gone through more extreme, if you will, circumstances that I would normally wear mascara in on a daily basis, and it's held up beautifully. Some sort of like a super tiny speck here. I'm not even sure if that's mascara or eyeliner, if I'm sleeping or what, but you can see otherwise no issues at all. All right, so as you can tell, I am very impressed by this mascara. As I stated, I've worn this multiple days at this point. The only other thing I want to add is that having tested this for multiple days and washing it off at the end of the day, it does say it's a washable mascara. I'm not sure what companies really mean by that, other than they're trying to claim that it's easy to wash off. I find that this is not easy to wash off. It's not a tubing mascara, and it doesn't claim to be a waterproof mascara, but I find that it takes me at least 2 or 3 passes with my cleanser, like cleansing it, washing it off, and then doing it again a second time or sometimes a third time to really remove all of the remnants of the mascara. So on the one hand, that's great because that's part of why it wears so well throughout the day without any budging or change in the way it looks. But the flip side of that is it does take more work to remove it. Again, not the level of a waterproof mascara where you would need something like oil-based to really break it down, but more than your typical 1 to 2 passes of your normal removing of mascara. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you if you're interested in this product. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.